So I just got back from my first pre-release. I signed up for a Journey Together pre-release today. It was at a local shop. The entrance fee today for the pre-release was $30. They gave everyone a build and battle box, which has like a pre-constructed deck and 4 booster packs. And then upon playing 3 games, the store gave us 3 more booster packs of Journey Together. The pre-release event I went today was a pretty casual one. I think there are some that I've heard of where they actually give you more packs if you win during the actual event. The one I went to was it's you get 3 packs at the end, win or lose. So very casual, no stakes. And I actually did pretty well today. I went 2-1 because I did such a good job. I was like, maybe I should have actually signed up for a more competitive one, and then I could have gotten some more packs at the end. There's always the case where if I go to a more competitive one, I probably would go against some more hardcore players, and then I probably wouldn't have won as much. So who knows? Who knows? Grass is always greener. But yeah, so inside of this Journey Together build and battle box, it has like a little box here that I actually use to store my cards, and it's very similar to like the booster box with like 6 packs. Inside, they give you, what do they give you? They give you a little instruction manual on how to build your deck. Yeah, it's like deck building tips, and there's like a card list at the back with all the cards that you can get. I was really looking forward to opening the Lily's Clefairy EX because I want to use that for my Gardevoir deck after rotation. I actually didn't read this building tips until I actually built my deck. I watched like a video on how to build a deck recently, so hopefully that helped. Basically, the deck I got was the Hops Pokemon deck. So I had a bunch of Pokemon that synergize that all belong to Hop. Yeah, so for example, this Hops Snorlax was one of them. It does like if your Hops Pokemon deal 30 extra damage. So another card that was really great was Hops Choice Band. So this is an item that makes your Hops Pokemon deal another extra 30 damage. So you can sort of stack these buffs pretty well. And I think there's also Stadium that does the same thing. So there's also the Stadium Post Wick. And this one lets Hops Pokemon do an extra 30 damage. So I guess if you have all 3 of these buffs at the same time, your active Pokemon deals an extra 120, which is quite significant. And so in this deck, the main attacker here is Hops Corviknight, which is a pretty tanky boy. And you basically want to get a lot of these Corviknights out as soon as you can. It is a 3-tier evolution though, so you got to evolve your Rookie Dees into Corvisquire, into Corviknight. I actually really like the Corviknight like Pokemon when I played Sword and Shield, so this was kind of cool to get. Not a big fan of Hop though. He's definitely not as exciting of a rival as say Blue from Gen 1. Honestly, in this deck, it's very simple. I made very few changes to it. I basically took out, in this deck I had a bunch of leaf energies and a bunch of steals. So I basically took out all the leaf energies and then padded the deck with basic Pokemon that either drew me cards or had really low retreat costs. My goal for I think for the rules for the pre-release is that you can only use cards that are found in your starter deck and the ones in your booster packs. So you couldn't really trade. So yeah, unfortunately for me, when we were actually building the decks, I didn't hit anything good. Like for example, you do get promo cards with the battle box, I think, and the promo cards I got, or I don't even know. You got promo cards. I got Lily's Ribombee, which has like no synergy with anything. And then there's this really OP card called like Hops Cramorant or something. It uses 1 energy to deal 120, and it's a basic Pokemon. So like if you get that out, you're basically one hit KOing everyone's basic Pokemon because pretty much nobody has any EX Pokemon. I actually did pull 1 EX in my first 4 packs that they gave us, and the one EX that I pulled is an Among Us. Among Us. Yeah, I got an Among Us EX. And this was so useless because I didn't even pull the Fungus, which evolves into this. And yeah, no. I feel like I had some really bad pulls today. So like out of all 7 packs, The only EX Pokemon I got was Amoonguss, and I didn't get any like any illustration rares, any special arts. I think all my luck went to those booster packs I opened from the previous tournament. So, yeah, no, definitely the pulls were not great today, and I didn't hit a Lily's Clefairy EX, so very sad. But the games went pretty well. So for my first game, I went up against a what did I go against? I went up against an Iono's deck, which had a bunch of these birds. Iono's Kilo Watch Rolls, I think. And basically for that deck, my opponent had Blaziken EX. Apparently, my opponent pulled Blaziken EX from the booster packs and had all the previous evolutions to Blaziken. And they pulled out the Blaziken like very early on. Like they had like the Torchic. They rare candied or TM evoed it. So it came out really quickly. And all I had was my basic Pokemon. I think I was like still on Rookie D the whole game. And that was very unfortunate. Lost that one pretty convincingly. And then for my next two, I did pretty well. One game I went up against a Hop Mirror, but in my case, I got my Corviknights out earlier than the other player, and I took all four prizes. So in this format, we only have four prizes because it's shorter. We only have 40 card decks, so I guess the duration of the game is shorter by reducing the amount of prizes needed. Because there's nobody really has any EX Pokemon, so that's probably why. And yeah, so the second game, pretty convincing win. I still think it came down to RNG because I just got Corviknight earlier. And then for my third game, I don't even remember what kind of deck it was. It was like I think it was a Hops deck. They were running like Darumaka or something. And they actually pulled out the Hops Cramorant, the OP Pokemon, really early on. But I managed to hit them with the double hop synergy, which I got like plus 60 damage, and then I had my Corviknight, which uses one energy to deal 50. So that just did just enough to take out the Cramorant. And after I took out the Cramorant, it was pretty much over for my opponent. I think they did do a one turn play that managed to take out a bunch of my board with the Darumaka evolution. So, for today's pre-release, I went 2-1, which is pretty good. Maybe it's going to get me a little overconfident, but, I mean, it's a pre-release. I feel like it's anything could happen, and, like, especially with the disparities between the decks, it's a little bit more imbalanced. It was a ton of fun. I hope to go to the next pre-release, probably for the next set, and maybe this time I can go to a more competitive one, because I feel like by then I should have, like, a good understanding of how, like, deck building works, and what I can like sort of how I can use that to my advantage. I feel like there's nothing I can show off in the packs I pulled. There's a lot of reprinted cards, but I really didn't hit anything special. So it's kind of like not that exciting to show off all these basic Pokemon. But yeah, no, it's cool. I like having the new little deck box and new sort of extra cards I can play with. So that's it for this update. As usual, thank you for watching.